that was Chris' dad. And I told her, I said, just look at it like that. They didn't lay and suffer the way Sandy did. And Uncle Jake, I said, that they got it over with. And I said, get hold of yourself. Think about your sister. Don't be thinking about you ain't got no mom anymore. She's got that little Shannon's little baby she can take care of. Because Chris don't work no more. Kenny's got a good job. And I was looking for their dadgum card, their business card, and I can't find it no more because he's in business for himself. He's got a ditch digging business. I don't know what they call that, but he's got the equipment and they go out and dig these ditches. Draining ditches is what they do. Okay, let me get this down in here so I can keep up with this stuff. Now, what number was that check? 202. Oh no, 7002. Yeah. 7002. And 6, and we said 6, didn't we? 7. You know who has birthdays in July? Your sister, Jennifer, and Pete, and your dad. Your dad's is 22nd, Jennifer's is 26th, Pete's is 28th, and so is my baby brother's is the 28th of July. And I nearly always try to get Elton something because man, I was 19, 20 years old when Mom had him. And when I went back there after I got married, look at old Travis, he just snooping away. He's got a baby face, hasn't he? But anyhow, Elton didn't even think I was his sister. I said, wait a minute, I'm your sister. He said, well, how come? I said, I don't know. Our mom was 45 years old. She had you, and I said, she told me that she's going to call you the caboose. I said, they called you that for 6 months, and I was sitting reading an old cotton-picking romance book of some kind. Elton John, did you ever heard of here? Well, anyhow, he's a singer, and I told Mom, I said, Mom, why don't you name that boy Elton? And she said, I think I will. And then Dad was sitting there and he said, okay, then you put it Samuel, because my dad's name was Samuel William Blaine Raines. So then 6 months after that baby was born, they sent that birth certificate to Little Rock. It was Samuel Elton Jr. Raines. And so he's always been my pick, and the little guy felt sorry for him. He always wanted that hair waved. I mean, he had pretty blonde hair. He went in service. When he come out of service, his hair all come out. He didn't have no hair. And when he goes anywhere anymore, he won't ever take that cap off. And I said, Elton, why don't you buy a wig or have a plant grafting on your head? And he said, oh, hell, I'll swallow this cap. And I said, well, a lot of places you go into, they might tell you to remove your cap. He said, then I'd remove my body. He's something else. I told him, I don't know why you want to be like that. And he said, well, how come my hair all come out and Dwayne's got a head of hair? I said, I don't know. Don't ask me how come. I don't know how come this stuff comes out like that. Anyway, he's my baby brother, and he'd do anything world for me. Of course, Dwayne will too. Dwayne will, but Dwayne drinks. Me and when we was back there 3 years ago, it seemed like I never run Dwayne down. And we went to the cemetery and took flowers, put them on Mom and Dad's grave. And Sharon, Dwayne's wife, had went to the beautician place to get her supplies because she's a beautician. And Dwayne wasn't home. We went by this bar, and Billy said, there's your brother's pickup. And I said, well, I don't care nothing about going in the bar, but I'm going to walk in there and I'm going to ask for Mr. Raines. If he'll buy us a drink or something. And I walked in there and them guys sitting on the bar, they turned and looked at me and Billy Joyce sat in the car. Well, come on over, ladies. We said, and I said, no. I said, we're looking for Mr. Raines. I said, you guys happen to know one? They looked at each other and, yeah? And I said, would you please give him the message that his sister's in here from California? I'd like to see him. And they said, well, he's quite busy right now. And I said, I don't give a so-and-so, take him back a message. They went back and come back. And he come out shaking dice. I said, what are you doing? Back there gambling, losing all your money? He said, Lanston in here. You know, he's a little cocky dude. And I said, we come in here looking for a drink. And he said, well, sit down there. Did them guys offer you a drink? And I said, yeah. And he said, no, I know you ain't looking for a drink. What are you looking for? And I said, we're looking for something to eat, buddy, and a place to sleep. And he said, well, get on down there at the house. I said, I'll be down there in a little while. And I said, your wife's not home, and we not got no keys. And he said, well, he said, stick around town for a while. And I said, no, we're going to go back to Tula's house, my sister. I said, I just wanted you to know I was in town, buddy, and I wanted to see you. And he said, okay. So we went back to Tula's, and then that evening, as soon as Sharon got home, she called and she said, how come you didn't make him give you that key and you just go on in the house? And I said, I didn't want to go in there. I said, I knew you where you was at. You was out there getting your supplies for your beauty shop. And she said, yeah. And she said, your brother don't never stay home since he retired, so he's always hanging around them lodges or those bars. I said, well, I thought he'd grow up after a while and stay away from them places, but I said, I don't know if he's ever going to grow up or not. But Elton, he doesn't drink anymore because he got his driver's license pulled one time for doing that, and that taught him a lesson. But that dadgum Dwayne, he still was going around, sneaking around drinking, and them dadgum cops would see him pull out from them bars, zoom, they was on his case. They got his license for 5 years. And when me and Grandpa was back there one time, we was standing out there in the yard, and them cops were going up for Dwayne's house. Dwayne stand there and do that. I said, you don't never going to get your name cleared if you don't stop doing that. He said, I don't care. He said, they don't have to be driving by here making sure I'm still alive, so they can pull me over and give me another ticket. I said, well, straighten up and fly right and stop acting like a 3-year-old. And he said, oh, yeah, you got a right to tell me that because you're the oldest, aren't you? And I said, sure I am. And I said, it's about darn time you growed up and act like a man and a grandpa. Well, he just shook his head at me. But you know what? My hair at that time was white. He gave me a $100 bill. Now, he said, you go down there and you tell Sharon. I said, come to that. He said, I don't want you coming back here anymore, that hair all white like that. He said, that really makes me that kind of old. And he wouldn't take no money back. And when Grandpa passed away,